played any other Battlefield 3 all the way back on the Xbox 360. Battlefield pure game that I actually like and enjoyed because it's set in a World War One area. So I'm like, why not do a tips and trick video of what I've learned so far? But I'm saying, well, I'm just like a level 4 or level 3. I never learned what DICE have done, or whoever, yeah, whatever, EA, DICE, whatever, has done. They put somebody from a Zombies community page. You may know him due to the image that is right here. So all these are tips and tricks and called in Battlefield 1. So hopefully you guys will probably recognize his voice before he says his name. Hey guys, Mr. Waffles here. I'm just kidding.
Hi guys, Mr. Waffles here. Today we're going to take a look at all the different multiplayer modes in Battlefield 1. Now, some of them are returning from previous Battlefield games, others are totally new, but we're going to run through how all of them work. We'll kick things off with a classic. It's Battlefield's large-scale capture points game mode called CONQUEST. The maps are pretty big, the teams are pretty big, it's 32v32, and the stakes are pretty big as well. Teams get points by holding as many control points around the map as they can get their hands on, or by picking off members of the enemy team. Speaking of classic game modes, here are two that will be familiar to everybody, I hope. There's Domination and Team Deathmatch. Domination is pretty much a small-scale version of Conquest with smaller map sizes and therefore fewer capture points, and TDM is, well, it's TDM. Do you really need me to tell you what Team Deathmatch is? You see the enemy, you shoot the enemy, the team with the most kills at the end wins. Easy peasy. The only other thing you'll want to keep an eye out for across those two modes are the elite classes that spawn into the map at timed intervals and allow you to gear up as a much more powerful soldier. Rush is another old Battlefield favorite that's returning in Battlefield 1. Each map is sliced up into a series of playable zones, each of which contain 2 bomb sites. One team will be working to defend the sites while the other team attacks, and if the attacking team blows up both the sites, the defending team will be pushed back on the map to the next slice, the game timer will be extended, and fighting will resume over 2 new bomb sites. If the attacking team fights through all the parts of the map, that's all the slices, and destroys all the bomb sites as they go, they win. If not, the defenders will take the W. I was going to save this next game mode till last, but I just couldn't really wait any longer, because War Pigeons, yes, you heard that correctly, War Pigeons is a game mode in Battlefield 1. The aim of the game is to pick up a pigeon, write a message to send back home that gets attached to the pigeon, and then you free the pigeon and hope that it flies away safely. If you succeed, you get a point, and it's the first team to 3 points. There are some finer details at play here. For example, if you move slowly while you've got the pigeon, you'll write the message on the pigeon a little more quickly, and so it'll give you a little leg up against the enemy. But ultimately, it's a case of get pigeon, protect pigeon, fly. Finally, we have operations. They're totally new to Battlefield and are unique in that each operations mission takes place across multiple different maps. Similar to Rush, there'll be an attacking and defending team. The attacking team has to capture the available points in a slice of map, and if all points are capped simultaneously in that area, the attackers can progress onwards to the next slice. The difference here, though, compared to Rush, is that there's no actual bombs, they're just capture points, and the attacking team is given several attempts to push through to the end of a map if they don't manage it in their first go. Each time they fail, their next attack gets backed up by a behemoth like an armored train or a dreadnought. If and when the attackers make a successful push all the way through to the final slice and they cap those points as well, the game doesn't end, but it instead loads an entirely separate level, so a whole new map for you to play. That concludes our list of all the multiplayer modes in Battlefield 1. Hopefully this has been useful for all of you. If it has been, then come check out my YouTube channel, Mr. Waffles, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Hi guys, Mr. Waffles here. There's plenty that makes Battlefield 1 unique, and today we're going to take a look at the first sorts of things that you might notice if you jump into the game that are different to other shooters that you might have played. If you're looking for an idea of what to expect from a fairly experienced FPS player, if I do say so myself, then look no further, let's get into things. The first thing I think you'll notice will be the scale of the matches. Battlefield 1 is set during the First World War, obviously, so they've taken loads of really beautiful different settings and built them as multiplayer maps. So you've got mountains, deserts, cities, all sorts of stuff, and it's a lot more spread out than I'm used to, which means that vehicles I'm used to as well, and each map has different vehicles available, so you might have a horse instead of a tank if you're in the desert, for example. Battlefield is also super focused on playing the objective. Anytime I've played a close game of Battlefield on LAN and it's gone down to the wire, the room would get really rowdy and then boom, one team would win, everyone will go crazy, and then we jump straight back in game for the rematch. I definitely think that that kind of energy is massively amplified if you are playing with friends. The amount of fun you can have if you're teaming up, pulling off some kind of crazy tactic and clinching a win for your team in a game, it just feels so good. You can still play a Slayer role and like kill stuff if you want, that's fine, but the game gives you options to try other routes to get that W as well. Now, it has to be said, Battlefield 1 definitely has some features that take a little bit of getting used to at first. For example, bullets in the game work like actual bullets. They're not hit scan, they're affected by gravity, different bullets travel at different speeds, that sort of thing. So you do have to get a feel for the different weapons in the game before you can really master them. And you've got to get a feel for the maps you're using them on as well, and that takes time because you've got to be able to judge distance and stuff like that. However, it does mean that once you get good with weapons, it's really satisfying. The skill ceiling has some decent headroom, and you can get really damn good at this game with enough practice. That said, if you're getting frustrated, you can always switch up your playstyle and try something else to refresh yourself because there's always more stuff to do in-game. So, that marks the end of this very quick introductory look at Battlefield 1 from yours truly, Mr. Waffles. There's plenty of depth to the game, and this is only scratching the very surface of what it has to offer. So, it's my pleasure to basically say, welcome to Battlefield.
And then our last one.
Hi guys, Mr. Waffles here. Today we're going to take a look at the classes of Battlefield 1. We'll look at the basics, the weapons that each of them have access to, and some of the equipment as well. There are 4 main classes in Battlefield 1: Assault, Support, Medic, and Scout. Let's start with the Assault class. Assault is best suited to close range, highly explosive engagements with the enemy, because about 3/4 of your damn kit is designed to let you blow stuff up. Enemy tank wrecking your team? Blow it up. Struggling to get inside a building that an enemy is camping in? You guessed it, blow it up. Small mountain between you and the objective? You know what? Blow that up as well. All jokes aside, the Assault class loadout is generally made up of some kind of close quarters shotgun or assault rifle, accompanied by an assortment of explosive gadgets like anti-tank mines, anti-tank grenades, or even a gun that pretty much works as a small cannon. If the focus of the Assault class is on explosions, the focus of a Support is ammunition. The weapons that supports can choose from tend to work fairly well at medium range, and the good thing is, your gadgets give you the means to keep the ammo of both your weapons and those of your team fully stocked. So you can place down little ammo bags for quick refills, or you can plonk down an ammo crate, which acts as a more permanent refill station for your team, and makes sure that no matter what, you'll be able to keep sending suppressive fire towards enemy lines. The Medic class is nearly always my personal favorite no matter what game I play, and that hasn't changed in Battlefield 1. Your weapon loadout, as a medic, will typically consist of some kind of semi-automatic rifle, best suited again for medium-ranged engagements. I want to quickly point out that the guns available to the medic can absolutely hold their own against other guns in the game. So, unlike some games, medics in Battlefield 1 are just as deadly as the other classes. But it's in the gadgets where the class really shines, certainly in my opinion, because not only can you carry around a stash of mini health packs to keep your team healed up, but you also have access to a revival syringe so you can bring your teammates back from the dead. Hell yes, sign me up. I have no idea why, but I've always just loved this sort of role in games, and Battlefield 1 really allows medics to act as the backbones of their team. Highly recommend. Last but not least, there's the Scout class. If you're looking to pitch a tent way back from the chaos of the trenches, sniper rifle in hand, then this is the class for you. Your main weapon is obviously a sniper rifle, and a lot of your gadgets are sniper related to let you experiment with different positions and playstyles. One of the most important aspects of playing Scout is helping your team out with vision. You'll be one of the few people on your team who can actually see the majority of the battlefield in front of you, so make sure you're constantly spotting any enemies you see, even if you can't hit them with your gun, and it's worth keeping an eye on enemy vehicle movements for your team as well. Those are the four main classes of Battlefield 1. There's also a pilot and tanker class that you'll use if you spawn directly into one of those corresponding vehicles, and there are also a few elite classes in certain maps that spawn based on timers and give you access to extra strong guns. My personal favourite of those elite classes has got to be the Flame Trooper Elite, because a Flame Trooper. Do I need to say any more? No, I didn't think so. So that's it from me. Hopefully this has been useful for all of you. If it has been, then come check out my YouTube channel, Mr. Waffles, and we can hang out. Okay, see you soon.